Hey guys, it's Kelly. I'm gonna try and do a quick voiceover for my lost journal page. That's what I'll call this. So I already gessoed the paper. I just did that off screen. So I was just showing you that it was gessoed, and I don't like that gesso. It's cheap and it doesn't have a whole lot of tooth. But I bought a big tub of it, so I'm gonna use it up. So I committed to using my Gelatos for an art journaling page, and this is how it went. I don't hate this page, I'm just lost. I have to find direction on it. I don't like what I stamped on it, and you'll see it at the end. You go, oh yeah, Kelly, a little disappointed. But this is how art journaling goes. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And it wasn't working this time. Well, it worked up until the end. I just, couldn't find my direction, and that's okay. I was fussing with paintbrushes because apparently I got glue on one of my favorite paintbrushes. I was not happy about that. Just slapped down some colors, knew the colors that I wanted to use, and that's about all I knew. I just wanted them to all blend in towards the middle from my background. I kept it really simple. Just mixing it up with water. I love how the gelatos just spread so easily like that. I love them. And once they're dry, they're dry. You don't have to worry you can get it wet again and it's not gonna compromise. I kind of like that. And a little darker green on there. It wasn't quite dark enough for me. Kitchen roll. Cracks me up. You know what was cool is the paper towel that I use has little circle quilts in it, and I think it's Walmart brand. I don't know. It's really cheap paper towel. But when I went over it, the pattern in the paper towel stuck into the gelatos. It was pretty cool. And I don't think I had any close-ups of this one because I'm really not done with it, but and you can't see it in the video, but that pattern on the paper towel actually stayed. And when you use the paper towel on Delusions ink, it looks like it's going to stay, but when it dries it doesn't. But with gelatos it does. FYI. Which opens up all kinds of other ideas, by the way, for what you can do with them. Not too much to say here, guys. Sorry. Boring. Boring. And it's pretty late here. So I'm boring. I still can't see it. Wasn't real sure what I was looking for, but I wasn't liking it. I was just playing with my gelatos, slapping down some colors. Kind of knew the colors I just felt like playing with, and that's about all I knew. And that'll work. I think that's the last I messed with that, so I messed with the background. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. I knew I wanted to use some kind of stencil, and I went back to this one. I've used this one before in the past on a page that I had done, and it's one of my favorite pages, but I was trying to use my gelatos and then just use some things that I already had in my stash, not create anything new. And I really like that design. I think it's really, really pretty. And I knew I wanted to use some red on the page with the colors that I had. So I do love red, but sometimes it can be a little challenging to work with. But so I just use, that's Barn Door Distress Ink. And I'm just using my blending tool and just kind of dabbing it on there and making sure that my little square or my little rectangle doesn't show up. And it doesn't. I mean, you just have to kind of twist your wrist a little bit here and there. But I can't rub it on, because if I rub it on, that's just paper. It's just cardstock. And I cut that from my Cricut. So I can't rub it or it'll just rip up. So I'm just kind of blending it on and making it look kind of smoky around the edges there. I like it. I like how that turned out. So, and then this one I did the same thing, so I just sped this portion up of the video for you, because you already saw me do it, you know, kind of fast in the first one, so you don't need to watch me do the same thing twice. And you see how the colors are changing on the Distress Ink, because when you first put it down, it looks really a little bit more vibrant, and then when it dries, it kind of dulls out, just like Distress. So, makes sense. But I think it displays it pretty good here, how red it looks in the one that I'm doing now, and how the other one is already drying, and I hadn't even dried it yet. Just making sure I'm good and dry, because I'm not really sure what I'm going to do on here. So then this is the negative of some things that I had cut out a long time ago, and I saved it because I thought, oh, that'll make a really cool fleur-de-lis stencil. And I like the leaves that I have on there as well. So I just held on to that, and I wound up using that on here. And those are just the metallic gelatos. I love them. Put it on pretty thick and then just rub it on with your finger, and it actually almost gives a little bit of texture. Even though you rub it on, it lifts up a little bit. It's like slapping lipstick on paper, just neater. That's what the gelatos remind me of, lipstick. Wouldn't want to put it on my lips though. So, and I think I missed part of recording something here, so I think I missed just you know, when I put the stamp on and stuff like that, which you'll see here in a second, but minor things. And my whole page is just missing a focal point, and I just didn't know what I was going to do. And then when I wound up stamping something in the middle there, I wound up just not liking it at all. I just couldn't find anything. It just wasn't going. And I didn't feel like collaging would be good. I think I might do some kind of like tile in the middle. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to come back to this page though, but this is what I did so far. And this was just, I just had a little bit of time the other night, and I really wanted to art journal. It's been so long since I've had the time to do it, and I just love it. It's such great therapy, and I just wanted to get some artistic stuff done in my journal. So this is, I came back in and I had stamped, it's just like a dress on a dress form type thing stamp, and I wish I never would have done it, but I did. I stamped that down. I'll probably cover it up later, and that is tissue tape that I had made, and I just stamped a stamp on there. I forget what it says. Not all those who wonder are lost. Is that what it's? That's what it says. Not all who wonder are lost. And it's just on tissue. I just stamped it on tissue, and then I put the score tape on it, and then peeled the score tape, like tore the tissue paper around the score tape, and then I just had a little piece of washi tape there that I had just made. And there's lots of videos out there on how to make your own tissue tape and washi tape. This is tissue tape because I'm a tissue paper crazy person for some reason. There's just so many things you can do with it, and it adds so much. I love it. So here I'm just inking the outside with my blending tool and just using black soot distress ink. And I was all girly about it. I don't know why I was being all girly about it and like barely afraid. Like it looks like I'm afraid to put the ink down. I don't understand what was going on. But it wasn't going on there very well. And I was being all girly about it. I don't know what the heck I was doing. I guess I wanted it subtle at the time. I'll probably add way more later. So that is a silicone pot thingamajigger that I got from Walmart for, I don't know, like $3 or something. And I'm just slapping on some black and white gelatos on there and using it as a stamp. And that was what made me buy it in the first place. So, because I knew it's got like a honeycomb type thing, chicken wire look to it. And then the octagon shape of it too gives you all kinds of other options as well. So I really liked it. So, and it's just silicone, it's rubbery and bendable, and you can put it wherever you want. You can just use a portion of it. You can use the whole darn thing. I really liked it. So, and it stamps pretty cool, doesn't it, with the gelatos on there? Putting paint on that I don't think would work very well. You'd have to be real careful how you put it on because it would just fall in the holes there. But using an ink pad would be perfect for it as well. But the gelatos worked very nicely. So, and the white you couldn't see very well. But look, you can do multiple colors of it too, which is always great. You just slap them all on there at once in random places and then just put it down and it looks like, I don't know, I think it's a good tool. So Walmart, I think it was in the area, it was like one of the side aisles where the pans are or something. So here I'm just looking at it, trying to find my direction, and I can't. I had all kinds of other things I was thinking about putting on there, not liking it. Just need a little bit more of the stamping on there, and it's lacking a focal point. Don't you think, guys? Give me comments if you have time. I'd love to hear what you guys think. But I think I'm gonna make one of my tiles, I think, and stick that right in the middle. I'm not sure. Flowers don't really go with it. Just lost on this one. So, and that was something really cool that I had printed out on my Cricut, and I just thought it was a cool little shape. So I just kind of added a little smoky, like shadowy type of stencil on there. I mean, like I said, I don't hate the page. I like the colors. I think it's pretty cool, but I just couldn't find my direction, got frustrated, so I thought, you know what, when I'm getting frustrated, I'm not enjoying it anymore, it's time to step away from it and move on to something else. Because I love to art journal. It's my relaxation. Just slapping it on in random places. So you guys probably didn't get too much from this video other than what not to do, maybe. Find your focal point before you start laying down the color. Maybe that's a good idea, but I am the crazy fly by the seat of my pants kind of art journal person, and I just slap it down and figure it out later. It's just fun to me, and that's how I discover new things and discover what works and mostly discover what doesn't work. But that's all part of the whole creation process, and I'm good with it. So, but I think I end it right about there, and that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you have any ideas on direction for this page, that would be great. Thanks, guys.